You feel that? It's not momentum, it's misdirection. Boston walks into Madison Square Garden down 0-2, a 5.5-point favorite. The books want you to think this is where the storm breaks, but what they're selling isn't faith, it's bait. This line isn't a gift, it's a challenge. Will you take the trap that looks like redemption? 2 straight games, dragged into the dirt. 91-90. Possession suffocated. Energy throttled. And now we're being told it's time to rise? That's not a signal, that's a setup. The Celtics shoot more threes than anyone, but those numbers lose altitude and gravity. Pressure rewrites rhythm. Pace collapses. The Knicks, they don't chase tempo, they strangle it. They don't need to win the scoreboard. They win the moment. Every defensive stand, one step closer to suffocating the narrative. And still, the line rises. The public lines up on the over. They see math. They forget mood. But tonight isn't math. It's mood, it's weight, it's pace grinding against promise. It's air getting thinner with every possession. The truth isn't in the total. It's in the silence. And today's AI pick is under 204.5 in Celtics versus Knicks Game 3. But while Boston drowns in illusion, we move west into San Francisco, where the Timberwolves and Warriors rewrite the story of tempo. Game 2 is coming. Legacy versus Uprising. The fire isn't out. It's just changing hands.
Some games scream in highlights. This one exhales in shadows. Game 2 gave us 210 points. Blowout tempo. Easy over. The kind of result that makes bettors feel smart. But Vegas didn't blink. They dropped the total, not up, down. 200.5. That's not movement. It's manipulation. Minnesota is a control machine. 24th in pace. Top 6 defense. They don't accelerate games. They smother them. Anthony Edwards may light the match, but Gobert decides if it burns. And Golden State? They're humiliated. Butler doesn't run up scores. He slows down time. He breaks rhythm. Tonight isn't about redemption. It's about refusal. They will slow this game to a crawl. The market wants you chasing noise. The line wants you chasing over. But what this really is a setup. They inflate expectations, lower the bar, then shut the door. This isn't a scoring surge, it's a script. So let the public lean on memory. Let them bet what they just saw. We bet what they'll never see coming. And today's AI pick is under 200.5 in Timberwolves versus Warriors Game 3. But the air doesn't stay still for long. While the hardwood slows to silence, the ice turns to glass. And beneath it, blood, breath, and war. Rocco's already skating. Capitals, Hurricanes, and no one gets out clean.
You hear it, Elvis? They're screaming for goals. Carolina's 189. The model says 4-3. The total's climbing toward chaos. But none of that matters. We've already seen the truth. Game 2. Washington 3. Carolina 1. Not a shootout, a shutdown. Now the books are pricing aggression again. Home ice, volume metrics, and everyone's chasing the over. But the puck line? That's the real signal. Plus 1.5. It's subtle, it's precise, it's protection, if you know how to use it. Look closer. Carolina's the best in the league at suppressing shots. But suppression isn't pressure. It's delay. And Washington isn't a volume team. They're the most efficient shooters in the NHL. Fewer attempts, cleaner kills. Logan Thompson's the proof. 9-10 save percentage. 2 shutouts, no panic, just presence. And that's what the Hurricanes can't solve. This isn't about shot charts. It's about who can survive the drag. Carolina's built to press. Washington's built to absorb. And in a 1-goal playoff trench, the puck line isn't a wager. It's a weapon. Elvis. They don't need to win. They just need to last. Pun 1.5 covers every late collapse, every goalie pull, every final gasp. It's the edge the algorithm doesn't want them to see. And they won't. Because they're chasing winners. But Ezreal? We chase discernment. And today's AI pick is Capitals plus 1.5 puck line against the Hurricanes. You feel it under the ice, don't you? Not the crowd, not the score, just weight, pressure, consequence. They're watching the puck. We're watching the cracks.
They say desperation sharpens focus, but sometimes it just confirms inevitability. Vegas arrives in Edmonton down 0-2 with their backs against a glass wall. And they're not skating in to correct a mistake, they're skating into a pattern. Because this series isn't broken. It's unfolding exactly as expected. Let's talk momentum. Edmonton has won 6 straight. That streak began the moment they fell behind 0-2 against LA, and since then, they've dropped 17 goals in their last 3 home games. That's not randomness. That's form hardening into structure. Now look at Vegas. They're not playing like a top 5 defensive team anymore. In the playoffs, they're allowing 3.5 goals per game. Arden Hill, once reliable, now leaking. A .74 save percentage isn't just cold, it's dangerous. You can't go into Edmonton's house with cracks like that and expect to survive. And this isn't just about leaks. It's about pressure. Vegas has lost 4 of their last 7. They've been outpaced, outshot, and out-executed by a team that knows exactly when to surge. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. They're not pushing, they're pulling gravity. Edmonton's power play is converting at over 23%. They don't just find gaps, they make them. And while both teams struggle on the penalty kill, it doesn't matter when you're dictating pace and drawing blood first. The books are still anchoring this line close because they know what this looks like. Desperation on one side, inevitable execution on the other. So let the market circle Vegas as the bounce-back side. Let them point to regression and call for value. But regression doesn't stop momentum. And streaks don't break because they should. They break when something changes. And tonight, nothing changes. And today's AI pick is Edmonton Oilers money line over the Vegas Golden Knights. Kay warned you, Krista showed you. Rocco felt it crack under the ice. This isn't a correction, this is collapse. We'll see who still skates after the lights go out.
You came here for winners, but Ezreal doesn't promise victory. We promise discernment. Tonight, 5 games were tested under pressure, and 4 verdicts have already been delivered. Let's begin. In New York, we opened with Celtics versus Knicks. Abaddon issued the first warning, under 204.5. Since then, the line has ticked to 205.5. But the deception remains. 2 slowest-paced teams in the postseason. Defensive walls, few possessions, and a spread meant to bait desperation. The number changed, the trap didn't. In San Francisco, Krista took the floor. Timberwolves, Warriors, Game 3. The public chased chaos after a 210-point shootout, but Krista knows better. She smelled regression and called the under 200.5. 2 teams with top 10 defenses and playoff tempo, not flash, pressure. Then came the ice. Malachi whispered to Elvis beneath the surface. Capitals versus Hurricanes. Game 3. The line asked for offense. The model pushed a 4-3 finish. But Malachi saw the margin, not the motion. The pick, Capitals plus 1.5 puck line. And in a series built on shot suppression, that edge was armor, not gamble. Anna followed with fire sealed beneath glass. Golden Knights versus Oilers. Vegas cracked. Edmonton surged. 6 straight wins. Momentum calcifying into prophecy. The pick was cold, clear. Oilers money line. No chase. Just form, pressure, and inevitability. That brings us here, to this moment. You watched 5 characters speak from judgment, silence, dread, truth, and memory. But you didn't hear picks. You heard signals. You felt pressure. You saw the algorithm blink. Now the recap closes? Not with hype, with clarity. If you made it this far, then like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Ezreal doesn't chase volume. We calibrate truth. Every day, every pick, every warning is part of a war most never notice. But you noticed. That's why you're here. Now we wait. Will we cash or will we burn?